Tell me what the quadratic formula was.
Yeah. Minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a.
All over 2a. It's all the way across. Okay. This thing inside the square root, b squared minus 4ac, they call it the discriminant.
Wait, are we doing this page?
220.
Aren't we doing the rest of 215? Because he said we were.
For time reasons.
No shot, bro. My brother told me when we do it Wednesday night, so we have to do it Thursday night.
I'll give you a couple bonus points. Discriminant, let's see, is b squared minus 4ac. Do you guys know what discriminate means? That's the root word.
Yeah. Discriminate.
You're black, I don't like you.
Okay, actually that's not what it means.
What?
It means to tell the difference between.
Because they're different.
To treat differently. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
So me and my next are different.
So
me and Adeline are different.
when you're going to the bathroom, you need to discriminate between the guy's restroom and the girl's restroom. You need to know, like, treat them different.
What about the
Like you need.
handicap restroom?
You walk in, and if there's no urinals, you're in the wrong one.
Anyway, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. But this is called the discriminant because it kind of tells you what kind of answers you're going to get. For example, if this comes out as negative, like all this comes out as negative, what kind of answers do we get when we do the square root of a negative? Imaginary. Or the way they put it is complex, which just means like it has a number in it.
Bro, girls are much more gross than boys in the bathroom.
How do you know?
Okay, if it comes out positive and it has a perfect square, and it's which means it has a square root, then you're going to get two rational answers. Okay, you guys know what I mean by perfect squares? Like 9, 16, 25, things that actually have a square root. So if it comes out as a number that has a square root, you're going to get two rational answers. Rational basically means normal answers like 7, -2, 3/4. But if it comes out positive and not a perfect square, what kind of answers do we get?
Irrational.
Two irrational answers.
Let's go!
Which means like square root answers basically. Like maybe the answer is 2 ± -5 or square root of 5, I mean. This would be an example of irrational because the square root does not simplify. Okay, and then the last option is what if it comes out as 0? Well, if it comes out as 0, you might get something like, what's the square root of 0?
0.
0. If it comes out as 0, you would get something like this, 7 ± 0/3. It just comes out as one answer. Because the 0 doesn't really do anything. So it's 1
over 3.
Rational solution. Alright, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So on this first section, we're not doing the whole quadratic formula, we're just doing the discriminant. B squared minus 4ac. So the first section being number 7.
Discriminatory. What's that word mean?
Discriminant. Discriminatory means treating differently. Yeah, it's usually used in reference to racism, but it did they use it for sexism? Probably, yeah.
So Xander was being discriminatory to Lennox last night at full practice.
Was he? It just means treating differently, basically. But sometimes it's appropriate to treat different.
So Xander was discriminatory towards Java also.
Discriminatory.
He was treating Java different too.
Okay.
Because of his lack of brain cells.
Doesn't everyone technically do that though? Like you treat your friends differently than like you treat your mom.
That's what I'm saying, not discriminate doesn't necessarily, not necessarily a bad thing. That's just how we use it usually. You do need to treat people differently based on different circumstances.
Michael Jackson has diabetes. That's why he went from black to white.
All right. So what's my AB? So remember, we're doing the discriminant. So what's my A, B, and C on number 7?
4.
Okay, so here's what we're doing. B squared minus 4AC. So B squared minus 4AC. So what's this come out as? 16, 128, 16. I think it's 144. Okay, so that's kind of like half the answer is the 144 part. The second half of the answer is if we did solve it all, what kind of answers would we get if it's a 144? Okay, is 144 negative? No. Is it positive and a perfect square?
Yes.
Yeah, because what's the square root of 144?
12.
So that means we should expect, if we solved it completely, to get two normal answers. So after the 144, we need to put 2 rational. They probably wrote 2 rational solutions, I imagine. But yeah, just put 2 rational is probably enough. No, they just wrote 2 rationals. I was wrong.
Mr. Jordan, are you ready for Christmas?
What happened to Thanksgiving?
Oh, Thanksgiving! Food!
Dude, Thanksgiving low key us.
I mean, yeah, the food, but
You can
like,
sit around in a half days watching football.
do I
Actually, our family plays cards and stuff,
am I actually thankful?
and watches football. And it's in the background. I do like Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful for myself. Does that count?
I used to be thankful for the book fair, but they quit doing it, so.
They did it last year.
No, they didn't.
They did.
Roman, they do a book fair here?
Yeah. Well, they used to.
Used to be in
I
this.
think I've seen it like.
Didn't they put it in the small gym?
Yep.
Yeah, but see,
The
now
ones
there's
at
no small
Wayside were
gyms.
sick.
It's like.
They-
They do it in the library.
Oh, they did do it in the Oasis room last year, because you had to wait forever for the line, because it was such a small
It
area.
is too small.
Carolyn.
Yeah.
You remember the ones at Wayside?
Yes, I do. Those were so fun.
Dude, they were decked out.
The Scholastic,
Yeah,
what was
I
it?
went to Wayside ones and they are.
They had like posters you could buy.
Scholastic,
I remember
what was
when I
it,
was a
Scholastic?
kid.
That posters here too.
They had that when I was a kid too. Scholastic. Like they gave you a little sheet you put your books on for.
Oh, yeah.
But I got a great poster.
My word, that was.
Whenever you were in line, you see all those,
Huh?
the
Okay.
money eraser.
Guys, we need to focus. What's the A, B, and C?
1, 16.
64.
So B squared. 16 squared. This one would be nice for a calculator because it's large. Minus 4AC. Actually, I feel like this might be 0. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, it is.
0.
Okay.
No
Do you guys
shot.
remember what I said? If 0, B squared minus 4AC is 0,
That's crazy.
what kind of answers are we going to get?
Irrational.
Dude, wait.
Did you guys not take notes on that part?
I did. I was just trying to guess.
1 rational.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead and. Number 11, one more. We're not doing a lot of these discriminant problems. Okay, actually, I'm not going to write that down. What's my A, B, and C on number 11?
6 negative 5.
Yeah, we don't need to write the whole thing down. 6, negative 5, and 3. So, B squared minus 4AC. What did I do wrong?
Parentheses.
Right. We want to square all of negative 5, not just the 5. So, let's see. This is 18 minus 4 is 60. Negative 46.
47.
Okay, if it comes out negative, what kind of answers should we expect?
Complex.
Too imaginary, too complex. Complex just means like a real number added together with an imaginary number. Okay, on 13 through, what did I say, 26? It's solve by whatever method you want to. So we've learned three. You guys remember what method we did first? Like, this was last week. Factoring. Remember those worksheets?
Oh, yeah.
We've got quadratic formula. That was yesterday.
And discriminatory.
And now the discriminant. Okay, the reason they did this on this assignment is the discriminant tells you, like if you get a weird, like a negative 47 in the square root with this, that tells you this is not going to factor. If you get a weird number for the discriminant, factoring won't work. Basically, I don't think you need to use the discriminant though. I just would look at it and say, can I tell easily whether this will factor or not? And if it does, I do factoring. If you're not sure or you're not good at factoring, you can use quadratic formula every time.
Yay.
Okay? Factoring, if you're good at it and you recognize what to do, is faster. But if you're not good at it and you're not sure it factors, I would just use quadratic formula. Okay? If it's a square root answer, factoring is not going to work. If it's an imaginary answer, factoring is not going to work. Factoring is only for normal answers. Okay, now that we got that cleared up. So I'm going to factor if I can and if I can't. Okay, also like on 25 and 26, we're going to use the completing the square trick where you just square root both sides. You guys remember those problems? So it's not, factoring's not the easiest way, quadratic formula is not the easiest way, it's square root both sides would be the easiest way on those two. Okay. So, does 13 factor?
Yes.
Yes, because remember this is like the first worksheet, this is actually before fall break. What multiplies into 9 that adds up to 6?
What'd you say?
What multiplies into 9 that adds up to 6?
Oh, 3 and 3.
It's in 3-term factoring form.
3 times 3.
3 and 3.
Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
so
go.
what x values would make this equal 0?
Negative 3 and
No, negative 3 and negative 3, so it's just negative 3. Okay. Now, would we have gotten the same answer if we did quadratic formula?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
But would it have taken us much longer?
Yes.
maybe. Or maybe not.
Not much longer, maybe 30 seconds longer or something.
But 30 seconds.
2 hours and
30
minutes.
seconds that we needed. What about it?
2 hours and 30 minutes.
Until,
That's how far away Gans is.
oh,
Yeah.
that's tonight's game.
Yep.
Oh, we just.
You guys will probably have fun though.
Oh yeah. Since Arcoma ran roll Gans, and we
Didn't-
almost ran roll Arcoma.
Didn't every senior score last Friday?
Analytics.
Well, okay, Jared didn't score, but he got.
He got 2 points. That's still scoring. 2 scoring.
Sadly, Lennox scored 2. I don't think you heard what I said.
Okay. Does this one factor?
Yes, actually, it does.
2 and 3 is 6. I don't-
I just guessed, so I don't know.
I don't think it does. Okay. So if it doesn't factor, what do we have to do?
Square root it.
Quadratic formula. So what's my A, B, and C? Oh.
Good morning. If you have any kids that need retakes done in pre-K through second grade,
You guys
tune
do.
into the office and do it.
Roman and Paxton are the exact same.
I was like, oh, guess we gotta go. No more classes.
You heard him, Mr. Jordan.
Pre-K through second.
Do you think you could teach second grade math?
I could. I don't know if I'd be good at it.
Well, okay, not the second grade math, just the second graders.
Why can't you figure this out? This is so simple.
2 plus
Jimmy, stop crying. That's what I feel like in high school math sometimes. Anyways, what's my A, B, and C?
4, 5, and 3. -3.
I haven't got heart attack.
Okay, so you guys, really quick, what's the formula?
Negative B.
-5. No, oh,
Plus
formula.
square root of
Okay.
B squared minus 4AC all over 2A.
All right,
-5.
because that will be like number 1 on the test, by the way.
This is the formula.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Bro.
Okay, so negative B is -5.
Plus or minus.
I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on this. You guys,
We understand it.
you remember it from yesterday.
We understand the assignment, Mr. J.
I understand his time.
Okay. Yeah, did you guys figure out you don't have to retype it in your calculator? You just go back and change the plus to a minus. If you don't know how to do that, you can ask. I'll help you figure it out. Anyway, this is 25 minus 48 is -23. Okay, this one, okay, most of your calculators won't be able to do this one. Why not?
Because they don't have the complex one like I do.
Because they don't have...
The eyes.
I did something wrong, though. Oh, I didn't use a negative right here.
My calc says error.
Well,
Okay, your calculator shouldn't say error. I just, I didn't write my negative big enough and I didn't notice it, but that should have been a negative. So this should come out as 25 plus 48, which is 73. So it shouldn't say error, it should say square root of 73.
So if the negative, if they're like, I got both this kind of the same answers, except the negative was like outside of
Yeah, if it's a square root answer, they're gonna say the same thing both times because the square root doesn't simplify. You know what I'm saying? If this was like a normal number, you could simplify it.
Yeah.
But if it's a square root, it'll just look the same both times.
So like if the negative on the 5 was just on the outside of the,
Oh,
is that a different answer?
no, it's the same. The calculator's just not being the best. Not the best of the world. But it's okay. Nothing's ever gonna bring you down.
That's like Mr. Jordan Prime right there. I bet you had all the
I
way
listen to
down
that.
to
I listen to that every morning to get pumped for school.
Just
For math.
for math class. You're walking to math class.
Math leagues walkout song.
It's like you guys in the locker room before a football game.
Were you young when Karate Kid came out? Like,
I was alive, but yeah, I was born in 1980.
Did it inspire you?
wait, when did it start?
Probably like 85, I would guess.
Oh, so you were young.
Yeah, but I was very aware of it.
Did it inspire you to do martial arts?
No.
I bet everybody wanted to do karate.
Mr. was like,
I bet
I
karate
should stay with math.
enrollment did go up after that. You're probably right. Okay.
It made Cobra Kai makes me want to do.
Does number 17 factor?
yeah.
Like what goes into 15 is 5 and 3. Does that add up to 7?
No.
No, so we're gonna have to do quadratic or formula again. So negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. This one your calculator will say error on. Why will it say error? This is
Imaginary.
imaginary. This is 49 minus 60 is negative 11.
Sure, it'll say.
And if you type it in right, it'll say error. Put it that way. Or, well, if you have a white calculator, it works, yes.
White privilege. Discriminatory.
There you go. Okay, if you don't have a white calculator, you can just type this in by itself without the square root. You'll get -11, and then you kind of have to fix it after that.
We just gotta put a Y.
So, square root of negative, what did we do with square root of -11?
Put the I.
Put 9. Okay. Remember also if it's has an imaginary answer, we split it in two. So this is -7/2 and square root of 11/2. Plus or minus is in the middle. And we put the I on a fraction outside that fraction.
Oh, Jaden. Jaden, how much games did you get last night?
Well, I just stayed at home and
What?
You didn't go out as
well, first off, this mayor gave us like these freaking.
Okay, that is true.
Yeah, bro, I was stressed all night. Just
I didn't
doing
do
homework.
You're not done with them?
No.
We're due today.
At the beginning of class. No.
He's gonna give us this hour to work on.
Yeah.
Nope, that's last class, like, it's the hour to work on it.
No, she talked about this hour.
Nope.
She said do 4 in class, 4 the night, and then 4
She literally told us we could.
Okay.
the next hour.
we got a problem on this one. What's wrong?
Subtract the 48.
48's on the wrong side, so we're gonna subtract 48 to bring it over to the left side. That would leave 0 on the right side, which is what we want. I notice these are all even numbers, right? So what does that mean if they're all even numbers?
It can square root.
You
Or
can,
factor.
you can take a 2 out. So in the past, we've taken a 2 out like this. However, if you are doing an equation, you can just divide both sides by 2 and it's okay. So we don't really need to do the 2 and like that. We can just divide both sides by 2, like
So t squared
so it would be t squared
minus 5.
minus 5t minus 24.
Yeah.
0 divided by 2 is still 0.
Yeah.
Add your
Okay.
like terms. Oh wait, no you can't.
They're not like terms. Is this going to factor? Does
Nope.
anything that goes into 24 add up to -5?
I don't think so. Wait, hold on.
8 and 3.
Dang it.
What?
8 and 3 multiply into 24 and they add up to -5. So how do we get them to add up to -5 though?
You get 3, more like 3 -8.
3 and -8. So +3 minus 8. Okay, again, if you aren't sure about factoring, you can always use quadratic formulas. You get the same answer. What t values make this equal 0? -3, +8. By the way, before I move on, just crossed my mind. You guys remember how to do these when it's like this? This would be +1/2. But anyway, that's an example, it's not the actual problem. We are on 21, so we got 3 left. How are we doing on time? Not bad.
We're chilling.
Like a villain.
Oh god.
So do you guys have any tests left today?
I'm not doing just.
Mr. Jordan.
No, you just had Bible this morning?
So
Oh, I didn't. Yeah.
my sister's friend,
Oh, Mr. Totino's.
she dressed up as Cinderella, right?
Yeah.
So she was all happy and stuff.
Yeah.
My sister dressed up as Wednesday Addams. So the picture's just like this. Like that. It's super funny. You wanna know what this psycho did last night?
What?
Watched a Christmas movie.
How dare you?
Actually, well, I was going to, and then I didn't, and I just watched The Office. I'm on the last season. It took like a full month, but I finally
The
did it.
true reason.
Do you like The Office?
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna end it.
Third through fifth grade, you can take retakes now. Come to the office.
Well, you know his son, Mr. J.
You guys are so predictable.
I mean,
You even looked at each other like, here we go.
Yeah, I just started by going.
Okay, what should we do first on 21?
Get that stuff
Six.
outside of 6.
Wait, wouldn't it be easier to minus the 6 though?
Okay, you want the a squared term to be positive. You could, yes. But you want the a squared term to be positive because it makes factoring easier. But who knows, we might not even factor this, right? So you could move 6a squared to the right, yes. But it would be negative 6a squared on the right.
Is Easton gonna be like gone for the whole month?
He was here for one day.
Until
He was gone for 2 weeks.
until like
Well,
11.
1/2 a day.
I mean, not even a full day.
I bet this one does factor. Let me think about it for a second.
Let him ponder on it.
3 and 2, 5 and 2, yeah, 3 and 2,
like if
5
you
and
miss
2.
many days of school, then they can like.
Has Joey Edson talked about what are you chewing on?
Okay, what goes into 6a squared? It's been a while since we've done one of these.
3A.
Okay, it's gonna be 3a and 2. It could have been 6a and 1a, but it's not. And what goes into negative 10?
Negative 10. 5 plus negative
5 and like negative 2, right?
5. Oh, times it.
So what you have to do, it's more complicated when there's numbers on the front because you have to FOIL it like and make sure it equals this middle term. You have to do outside inside. So what we need to do is put the 5 over here so it's linked with the 3a, so it's 15a. And we put a minus 2 right here, so it makes a minus 4a. And that does add up to 11a. Okay, again, if you're not, that is definitely the harder version of factoring. So if you'd rather, you could just do quadratic formula. Okay, what a values, we just talked about this a minute ago. What a values would make these equal 0?
Positive 2 over.
Right, if it was this, it'd been positive 2. So now it's positive 2 over 3. So 2/3. And this one is
Negative 5.
negative 5/2.
You're excited about cooking.
I am. I love you,
It's confrontational.
Oh, shoot. I have to do my course again. No.
Dude, it's not gonna be that hard, because it's research.
Do you guys remember how number 20 factors?
You mean like 2 rational?
Square minus the square?
You took the 9 on the other side of the square.
Well, you could do that too, but it also factors t squared minus 9 is the square minus the square. Factors to t plus 3, t minus 3. But yeah, you could just add 9 over and square root. Remember, if you square root both sides, we're about to do that on 25. You have to do, oh shoot, 25 is much harder than 26.
We should do 25.
Well, we are gonna do 20.
Or we should just not do 26 and do 25.
We should just be done.
Already did 26.
I thought my hand.
Okay, what should we do first on 23?
Just move the 28C.
Yeah, bring this guy over. How do I get rid of him over here? Add 28C. Okay, so 28C goes in the middle. I'm pretty sure this one factors. There's not a lot of stuff that goes into 49. What goes into 49?
7 and 7.
7C times 7C. What goes into 4?
2.
2 and 2. How do I check and see if this is right?
Well, factor.
Outside, inside. outside is 14C, inside is 14C. Does that make 28C? Outside is 14C, inside is 14C. Does that make 28C?
Wait, what's 14 plus 14? 28.
28, so yes, it does factor. Okay,
Let's go.
so what C value makes these equal 0? -2 seconds. It's called a double root, but it still only counts for one answer.
You know what's funny? I was actually gonna finish this last night, but then I was like, nah, because it's not even due tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
I think
then
you don't have a Grandma Gail. She made me do it.
my
It's not
mom's,
even due tomorrow. It's
my mom's just
Friday.
like, he knows what he's doing.
But tomorrow's that Halloween, so you're not gonna wanna. You're gonna wanna
Oh, you're talking about
Trick-or-treat.
wins.
do it Wednesday. Today was a sign or whatever.
How was it? That's not really.
It was fun. It was really fun. But we built this castle, and then we built catapults, and we catapulted candy at kids.
Did any pie?
Yeah.
Did you hit him?
Yeah. I had a kid right. Okay, so like he walked in front of his sister as I catapulted it, and it hit him like right in the side of the head.
I would have aimed.
Okay, on 26, I don't think I'm gonna write this down, but it's a little bit different. It's easier than 25, so we're gonna.
Both.
No. On 26, what's the first step? When you have the square on that parentheses.
You got it.
Square root.
Square root. So what is the right side gonna become though when you square root it?
3. 9. Square root.
Middle school students who need retake, please go to the activity center.
I'm not middle school. I don't associate myself with middle
I
school.
thought for sure you guys are gonna. There we go.
No.
Oh, I thought Linus was saying that. You're fine with being a second grader, but middle school is where you draw the line.
No, I'm not middle school.
Yes, you are.
People say I act like middle school.
Yes. Who said that, dude?
Junior 18.
No, I'm 17. Get it right.
When do you turn 18?
In April.
Okay, 26 is what we were talking about. When you square root the right side, 9 becomes plus or minus 3. Remember that? So you should get 2 answers on number 26 because 9 is positive or negative 3. Okay, 25 is not that easy, unfortunately. But since I'm doing it, I'm gonna kind of fast track it a little bit. Okay, do you guys know why 25 is not that easy?
Because. Oh, it's so when you square root it, you have to square root the 5x minus 1.
Square rooting 5x minus 1 is
No good.
not good. It's not going to help us solve it. So we have to do this the long way, which is we actually are going to have to FOIL this out.
Oh,
You have to do 3x plus 1 times 3x plus 1.
equals 5x minus 1.
Okay, so this is a FOIL right here. So this is 9x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 1. So I'm fast forwarding this. This is 9x squared plus 6x plus 1.
It's literally a walking calculator.
Okay, now what do we do?
Subtract.
Yeah, bring this stuff over, then it looks like a normal problem, right? So I'm going to subtract 5x and add 1. So basically, we're just simplifying it. We're putting everything together, and now it's normal-ish.
Yeah, that's.
It doesn't look like it's going to factor because 3 and 3 and 2 and 1. There's no way to get a 1 out of that. So we're going to have to do quadratic formula. So negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over
Sophia the first.
2a.
No. That's actually crazy.
That is not correct.
Okay, I got negative 71 inside the square root, inside the radical. So how is this going to simplify?
Negative 1 over 18.
By the way, if this reduced right here, you would need to reduce it.
Writing it. We're just
Paw Patrol.
no. There's a reason.